Yeah, getting the point possession is very early, very good. That means point percentage gets to you. Redacted being very savvy on this Ilios map, with Max Dimencio being very good on that. Wow, very good DMEC. This is really, Citizens a little back on the back foot here, but there's the pick, and they coming back real quick.
Yeah, both Baptiste ultimates coming out. Not going to do too much. One of them was blocked off by a wall, and the not so good Bastion ult is going to be able to... oh, actually, no, he gets rack attack from the back, and it looks like Citizens are going to cap it. Dembek and Beam were just being a little too aggressive and cut themselves with their pants down, really, because of that excellent wall from Default.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, the Mei nerf recently with the wall getting less HP seems to have been a risky choice. Default making a fantastic work of it, making good use of the wall, zoning Redacted very well. Now Redacted has some decent ultimates coming online, but it's gonna be, again, a possession switch that they're gonna have to go for.
There we go. That's a really nice pick coming from Max Dimencio. Blizzard coming out onto the point, just trying to save themselves. Great hook coming from Cybot, but he gets taken down.
Love to see it. That's the advantage of the well. Oh, bam! But Kuya eats defrosted. His dragons are crazy with the Diva nerf. That's insane with the distance reduction that they've had. And the point flip does happen. Redacted takes it, and now Citizens is on the back foot with a slightly higher percentage. But this is looking very good for Redacted, and Citizens, though they have a lot of ults coming online, it's going to be a difficult to retake.
Oh, here we go. Damage amplifier comes out from Citizens, but Dembek is going to get a really nice shatter, get a couple of kills there, and Max Dimencio going to be able to clean up there. Just the turret left that they have to take down, and 53%. Oh, it looks like Dembek goes down. He's been super aggressive there on this Reinhardt.
That was crazy awesome. We like to see that. So the retake should have come in from Citizens right there, but there was Redacted, that is to say, redacting their retake. And honestly, like, yeah, the ult economy is looking pretty even, but Redacted is showing a very solid play right now with this Orisa Bastion.
The thing about Citizens, though, is that they've gone single healer, and Default is going to be playing the Ashe instead of the Mei now. They've always been on a single healer. It looks like Default's been popping off now.
Oh, and they're
now that he's on this Ashe. Here we go.
The Dragons is going to be huge. Who's it going to get? Wow, that's a truckload of damage that was just tanked there. And wow, Max Dimencio actually picks up Salieri in the conflagration that was due to the Torbjorn. Oh wow, hang on.
Actually just need to pick off a couple of stragglers, and I think that Redacted can take this. Ooh, but Default's making a case for this from the side. A brilliant hook coming from Cybot. There we go.
Ooh, goodness. Cybot's hooks have been crazy on point for this well match, and honestly, without the Orisa, that's crazy awesome coming from that.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be getting into another fight. Frosted and Salieri going to be swapping to the Sombra and Orisa, respectively. I think Salieri had swapped to the Wrecking Ball, thinking that it might have been their last fight. And yeah, Cybot is going to have that whole hog. Default's going to pull that bobbin, get a ton of damage in. It's not going to take down the invulnerability drone, though. Ooh!
Yeah, Max Dimencio throwing all that damage into Default's bob, that is to say, means that most of the players on Citizens get to have a free reign, and free reign they do. They keep the point. It's 80%, and now this match is looking a lot more equal as now Citizens starts to press the advantage.
It's actually looking really bad for Redacted. They don't have much ults, and they're coming down to the last fight here. They have the Diva Bomb, try and go for some zoning, as well as the Baptiste ultimate made to amplify the Bastion's damage and their own healing, but ooh, Dembek getting a pick off is really good.
Dies as a result, and Sombra takes them down. The Molten Core is out. That's going to be a big problem for setting up any kind of bunker.
Got a touch.
Kuya does. The touch is in. Kuya finds Cybot. This is crazy. It's 99-99. The taker of the point, the winner of the team fight, is going to be the one who takes this round. But it's looking very good for Citizens. Holy moly. Eincrow, the Torbjorn play, which we previously thought to be a meme, is now kind of realistic. Oh, but Dembek, what are you doing?
Dembek trying to single-handedly save his team here, but Default in the back line taking down the really fragile members of the the defensive side there. There we go. There's another kill off of Default, and Dembek really popping off there with the Primal. It's just Eincro and the Wrecking Ball trying to stall the point there. Lucio coming up. Here we go.
And Kuya with the damages, switching onto the, oh, look at those shields. It's the only thing keeping him, and there's the barriers from Beam. Huge, it's awesome, but the kills, it's still almost quasi-favoring Citizens until Beam goes ham. They find Frosted, but Salieri, where's the Widowmaker coming from? Want to follow that, you finding Cybot? It's a trade, left and right, back and forth, but Default going nuts.
Oh, Default is going crazy. It's just Dembek back on the point here, trying to make a stall. Max Dimencio gonna pop with the ultimate. Gotta get the Widow, but he goes down to the lava. Oh no.
Oh, there it is. Whew. Wow.
Really crazy fights coming out, but that's gonna be the point win for Citizens. There you go, 1-0. And holy moly, I wish we could keep a track of how many different heroes were on each team. The actual crazy amount of heroes played, every team swapping, that is like true Overwatch, right?
A buddy of mine
swapping every heroes playing mystery heroes, right?
Oh yeah, a buddy of mine who used to play League of Legends, curses, sorry, forgive me. He used to say that like the whole point of Overwatch, like the benefit was you switch the heroes for the occasion, and Default hopping onto that Tracer was clearly that was massive. It was huge. Yeah. All those
just
kills,
goes to show.
2 bombs, like it was awesome. So coming into this Lighthouse map, I think that's going to be it. Like where the swaps are going to come in. Is it going to matter if they get to 99.99?
Well, we have the Moira and Mei Goats versus the kind of bunker composition with the Sombra there. It's going to be double main tank coming out from Redacted, and they have a bit of a positioning blunder here. They let the Goats composition get onto the point, and the Goats is just going to be able to cap. Yeah, they're really going to have to try and find someone out of position and get a pick, but I think Redacted are going to make this very difficult for them.
There's too much not choke points, but how do you say this? Blind spots, barriers, natural barriers for Citizens to take advantage of. Bastion is not going to be able to hit everything at the same time, and even Moira just going to be thrashing out the damages and the heals. And the big hack comes in, but whoa, crazy awesome! Redacted packs in the kills with Max Dimencio leading the charge. Dembek picks up the hashtag kill feed, but man, is that EMP going to be the hero of this pack.
Yeah, they used a lot of resources on that fight. I think both teams did as well. Citizens gonna feel not too bad about it. They have the Shatter. Frosted's coming up on Bomb. The real kicker is that Default is gonna need to farm that Grav up really fast, or they're gonna be stalled out pretty heavily here. We're gonna see some compositional switches. It'll be Salieri on a lot of compositional switches, actually almost every single one. They're going to go Eincro on the Pharah, they're going to go for the Ashe to try to get some pick off, but Brooks got some takedown, and that is a big stall. You're missing your Mercy, that's half of your healing coming out.
Yeah, when you pick a comp like that, losing the Mercy, you know, res, like you can't res yourself. And yeah, crazy awesome, we were talking about the Grav coming out, but but Default is actually building very quickly to a Bob. However, with a 42% lead from Citizens, they left themselves in a pretty decent situation to make that composition switch. And wow,
God, Brooks.
Holy moly, Brooks is making a name.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to use the EMP too. He's just getting really nice picks off with the hacks onto D.Va. They're able to take down Cybot, and these fights are just being won off the back of Brooks' amazing fair play, getting the 3K there with onto Eincro, making a real case for MVP already. You're looking at the side of Redacted too, and Citizens have 1 singular ultimate, and Redacted have 6.
They're going at the big 6.
So this fight is not going to look okay, and we're getting up to 70%. This might very well come down to the last fight. This very well might be the last fight, depending on how slow they actually play this. Here we go, EMP gets 3.
Yep, we're talking 2-fight territory, but the EMP coming in makes this fight not really even a thing. Dembek also got hacked, but it's not even going to be a thing. The D.Va Bomb goes in on the point, and it grabs, actually, the Immortality Field, so hashtag bunker comp. But Default does find Dembek! Okay, hang on, here we go. Citizens might have a say here in the point. With a Baptista's ult going out, though, this might not be actual action. Oh, but here we go. Yes, there it is!
We're gonna get some pickoffs onto Fryu, and oh my god, this is looking kind of dire. Icro has the barrage, but is only at 10 health there, and it looks really good for Redacted as Dembek's gonna get some amazing primal kills. There's that second environmental for her. Oh man. And Redacted is gonna take that. They're gonna tie up 1-1.
Dembek getting those primal rage, holding that primal rage, so to speak, at the end. Super clutch. Those 2 kills, man, you can't contest when you're flying off the side of Lighthouse's map. That's just a thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We're gonna be moving into Ruins. This is a very prevalent sniper map. We'll see what happens there. Looks like Default gonna be playing that sniper. We'll see what Redacted can do. They really haven't swapped too much off of this Bastion comp. They didn't have the Sombra before. They actually had the Reinhardt and Orisa combo, that double main tank with the D.Va. But we'll be seeing how that does. It looks like we'll still be going to the double main tanks here. It'll just be Dembek on the Winston.
But Citizens coming out with the classic, the 4 DPS, then the solo tank, wow, Jesus, Salieri gets to that point really quickly. As Redacted kind of sets up their bunker, but whoo, geez, Salieri's going to disrupt that a bit. What happens?
Yep, they're not getting too much damage in. Default is trying to get a spot where he can realistically pick some up, and it looks like Dembek just went a little too far in.
And so Citizens, wait, no, crazy, the point hasn't been claimed by anyone yet. So this is awesome. So we're seeing a little bit of a contest, but wow, Citizens, the kills seem to be going for them right now as they're trying to counter the bunker that was being set up. Orisa's still alive, and Salieri back on the field despite getting killed, and a trade coming back in from Fryu. So this is kind of...
And ooh, 1 second, we gotta pause. What's going on?
I think Discord has decided that the fireworks are too much. I've got the red bar, you've got the red bar, we've all got the red bars.
Oh no, I'm down to green. Are we allowed to change servers?
I'm good.
Alright, I guess we're good.
All right, I got the green, you've got the green, we've got the R's. We are ready to rock and roll.
Discord just had a hiccup.
Yeah, Discord, you know, we're beholden to Discord, but man, this point is still contested, but it looks like it's going to be Citizens, and with a lot of ultimates to hold it as well. So after that brawl, and I'm going to call it a brawl because, man, the trades were just crazy. There it is, Default's Widowmaker. That's going to be the big sign here.
Yeah, I think he popped the ultimate a little early. Oh, but he actually gets a pick. That's really good. That's one of the main healers. That's going to stall that for another 15-20% there. You know, I think Brooks is going to try and set up with the hacks here, trying to go for some ultimate percentage. But you see Frosted on the other side from the Sombra. Ooh, an amazing sleep off of Rack Attack, and Default gets the headshot in. That's huge. That's another stagger.
Yes, Sleep Dart plus headshot equals good times framed ahead for Citizens. They've built up to 40%, and they're only going to keep building. Even if Redacted manages to take the point, this is a huge quantity, but the big 6 is here. The EMP went in, it's catches 3, and this is huge. Rack Attack even tosses in the nano. So Citizens was committed. They catch the kill, but they've lost the point.
Yep. Got a lot of stuff happening there. Dembek trying to go for some frags. He is going to get 3 off the side with his amazing dive there, and they're going to be able to clear off the point. They capped and they cleared. They're going to save Max Dementio, who slept there from the Genji, and yeah, we're seeing that Genji composition work very well. Max Dementio had swapped off on the off of the Bastion just a little while ago. Going to be playing that Genji to try and go for a significant Nano Blade. There's not a lot that Citizens can do about it, and they've swapped their comp entirely. They're going to go almost this Dive Goats composition with the Moira, and it's going to be a 6-man EMP.
Oof, this is so difficult. What do you do in this situation? The trades are still so real. Kuya dropping in major, grabbing the enemy's Winston. But, oh man, the point is still in the hands of Redacted. So Citizens have to make the point. The Nanoblade goes out. Here it is. Wham! Wham bam! Thank you, man. Max Dimencio goes absolutely bonkers. The kills are flying in. The point will remain in Redacted's hands. But Citizens, with only a Moira ult and possibly a bomb, they have a lot to do right now.
Yeah, well, they didn't have too many ults to start off with, so that was kind of interesting that they almost managed to cap. They did manage to get out the Nano Blade, and that was really fruitful. But ultimately, Max Dimencio doing so well with that Genji. He's going to be swapping to the Brigitte to try and counter out the Winston coming from Salieri, who knows that they can do really potent dives here. Yeah, gonna stop that dive. Another 6-man EMP.
Whoa, look at that coming out, and the 90% is hopping, and Max Dimencio, and the trades are in. Salieri goes down, and Dembek pops the Primal Rage at the optimal moment. The bomb goes out, it grabs nothing, but what can you say on this particular meta of Overwatch? Overtime has happened. Citizens are fighting for the life here. This is it for Ilios, and the big comes in with Brooks. Actually,
Great bomb coming out from Kuya. You didn't see that on the side, but Dembek actually got a really nice kill onto Iron Crow, and that'll be it. Redacted are going to take map 1. It's a bit of an upset. Citizens actually ended up taking the first series, the first mirror match here, 3-1. So actually seeing Redacted on the board shows a lot of promise. They get a lot of cool stuff in their bag, and Dembek with these environmental kills going crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be a big contributor, however, shall we say, to their continuation of the Ilios map, and also taking it, frankly, this is kind of bonkers. So, okay, like Citizens of Redacted, they're very evenly matched right now. Both of them, of course, in the lower bracket. This is the semifinals, so to speak, as the July 4th fireworks go on in my mic. Can't filter that up, unfortunately. So, Ilios has gone down. However, now we're getting into the good stuff. It's time for bans. It's time for saves. That was the most unadulterated match we're going to get tonight, folks. What's going to happen from here on out?
Well, we're going to be seeing some. We're going to be seeing some saves, and we're going to be seeing some bans. We're also going to be seeing some map picks. Map picks are going to come up right first. And honestly, I think there are 2 ways to interrupt Redacted's comp if you're from Citizens. There's to try and negate the Pharah Mercy combo by going for the Mercy. I wouldn't go for the Pharah, to be honest. I think that Pharah is actually quite useless without the Mercy regardless.
Right.
Just because healing becomes a big problem. Or you can go for the I'm going to ban out the Bastion or Orisa combo and just ban maybe Orisa.
Ooh, so that's a good point, right? Take out the most major player in the bunker situation. Now, the map, not differential, but the map pool, so to speak. There's a lot of places you can go to at this point. Without a ban in place, we don't really... Oh, here we go. So, Rack Attack. For Citizens, they've gone...
That's not a valid choice because it's.
Oh yeah, they can't.
They were picking Lijiang, but they can't pick another control map.
Yeah, because we just played a control map. I was gonna say like, man, that's a, what do you call it? A slap in the face? That's a fight me.
It's
bro.
a good try though. You want to play control all the time?
Yeah, like you beat us on control. Like come back. Like let's do this again. However, as the rules state, we are gonna have to go to a non-control map. So we're going to see from Citizens what their preferred map choice is. And this is where kind of some of the mind games can start to set in terms of the selections and the bans. But we've already seen a ban come in, and Redacted has, by the way, banned Hanamura. So, can we say that's maybe their particular strategy? Nay, a lot of teams ban Hanamura, honestly.
Yeah. And the terrible part from Citizens is, like, what composition are you going to be banning out? Are you going to be banning Winston? Are you going to be banning... the Pharah Mercy, or are you going to be banning Bunker? Because Redacted played all those comps, and then they played the Nanoblade combo. So, like, what are you banning? And Dembek actually looked better. I mean, maybe Orisa's just a better team player, tank, and not, like, a game changer. But Dembek looked amazing on Winston.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna ban the Orisa, they're just gonna hit you with the Winston. Now as we say that, Hollywood has been picked.
So there's an amount of dive to go into that. So man,
Yes.
if you're playing point A on Hollywood and you don't have an Orisa, it's like we're talking about Overwatch Season 1, Stage 1 all over again. Where's your Widowmaker? Where's your Hanzo?
Yeah.
And there it is. They're saving Orisa. They're taking defense. So I think that pretty much cements it.
Yep. And I think we've seen the Orisa defense. It has been the staple in their composition because not only do they play the Orisa, but they also play Orisa, Winston, Diva.
Yeah.
I think a good ban from Citizens would actually be Diva or Mercy. It's one of those two. Because we've been seeing the whole thing about it banning Diva is that if they ban Diva, Citizens hasn't played too much Diva. They were playing Zarya Brine, and then they played Diva with the Winston. And then they also played the Zarya as in like a GOATS composition. I think if Citizens ban the Diva, they can freely go Pharah or like these spam compositions with the Pharah Hanzo. Definitely go for some shield break and nobody able to eat up your ultimates.
But so there it is. They banned the Bastion.
Ooh.
So that means Citizens is super confident rather in their Hollywood defense that Bastion not needed. But however, I think based on what Redacted was pulling out there, and I don't blame them in the slightest, getting rid of Bastion, I'm guessing that's actually kind of a decent choice. However, only the match can tell. So given that no teams have a Bastion, but Orisa is definitely saved, how do you play that Hollywood bunker?
It's gonna be a bit weird because you're not gonna be playing Bastion bunker. You're gonna be playing either Ash bunker or Junkrat bunker. They definitely want to stay on the Orisa, is what their save was saying. But maybe they're just gonna run goats. Maybe they're just gonna do a 180 and go, we'll just go to the meta that we've always done. So
I dig it. Like honestly, like it's not so long that the meta has changed it. Yeah, Diva's range is a little shorter. Yeah, May's walls are a little less tanky. But yeah, maybe a 3-3, maybe the GOATS is actually still kind of viable. And the fact of the matter is on Hollywood, if you've banned a Bastion, but you've saved the Orisa, man, that kind of leaves yourself open to a little bit of you're setting up a bunker? Well, what if we just rushed the hell out of it?
Yeah, and that is definitely a weakness from the bunker comp. If you're running GOATS and you're just going to speed onto the point, that's actually the least good thing that Orisa really wants you to do. Orisa wants you to stay very far away and just like pelt you, and then ultimately get that ultimate charge up, damage boost the heck out of their teammates, and then that in turn charges their ultimates. So there's that whole cycle of ultimates fueling ultimates, which is really good. Very supportive, very kind of passive play. You're not right in the middle of action like you are with Reinhardt. But if you get up close to the Orisa, that's when she really starts to freak out. And I think that having Citizens on those GOATs, if Redacted are indeed going to be playing the bunker composition, it will be really good. We'll see how this happens. Again, the Bastion has been banned, which will be super interesting.
And so like the Orisa hanging in there. They got Orisa's damage projectile, which means it doesn't matter at what distance that little tiny green blast hits you in the face. It's gonna do full damage, and it's a no-brainer that you want Orisa on your bunker. It's a good time. It's a good time frame ahead. So, but with this particular bunker setup, you get that whole question. All right, so no Bastion. We're making sure we ban that, but we're gonna save the Orisa. So both teams honestly still have a lot of options. The 3-3 is in there. The Diva, despite her reduced defense matrix, is in there. So the Hollywood point A, it's crazy. I'm super curious how these teams are gonna do this one.
I am also curious how these comps are gonna fare. I think we're definitely going to be seeing the Orisa onto Redacted side. It seems like that's what Brooks is most comfortable with on this composition. The only thing is, what is the rock paper scissors that's actually going to happen?
Oof,
and are we going to see the proper swap ups? Because what's also really good against Orisa is a Sombra. although
Ooh.
not particularly on this point. See, because on this point, if you're going to be bunkering up on that first ledge near the tables and chairs, near the diner or patio area, I guess. As a Sombra, you have to go up the stairs and like directly behind them, almost kind of melee. As I say this, we see the Risa coming up from Dembek, and we are seeing the poke composition.
So what a
It is no
fascinating.
longer the Bastion.
Yeah, what a fascinating composition. So Kuya on the Hammond. So normally with the Orisa, you would see a diva here. And it's possible because of the defense matrix nerf that he
saying.
3-point got
heard you.
debated. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here, and 3-point is getting debated. Bam! Kuya drops onto the diva.
It happens, and I think this is probably one of the best compositions that they could put up, bar the Bastion. They're just gonna need to keep Fryu and Beam alive, really. Trying to get some ultimate charge there. Brook's able to get 21%, but Rack Attack already stacking his stacks to 40%. They Ana.
Yeah,
Trying to go for more snipes.
Definitely up to Max and Brooks to get as much damage as they can to get that Bob and the Dragons out on the field as possible. Dembek is going to have a harder time. Wow, Max already finding default. Holy moly. So good times for Redacted. Their bunker strategy is currently working with the Mercy and the Ana fueling the damage boosting and the healing. Haven't seen many anti-nades come out, but I feel like that'll be the big game decider from both sides.
But this was what I was saying. It's so hard for G-Fault to really get around them. And able to flank, he basically needs to get up melee range up to them. Rock Attack has the nano boost, though. I don't know whether or not he'll use it early. It definitely could be a possibility if they just want to nano the monkey coming in. They will.
Wow, they did!
Get into the corner. There we go.
That was massive! Siphon called it 100%. Rack Attack built the nano so quickly. And yeah, there it is. Salier just going crazy with the monkey. So Dembek has their 2 ticks! It's almost 3, but wow! And it's now up to Redacted to take the point. And so here comes the Bob, but the kills coming out from Citizens is way too crazy.
Yeah, the dive coming through is just so good for Citizens. And Default is actually going to get a ton of value. Hello, Beam. All right, try to take some people down with them, but using that Valkyrie, not so good. There's not a lot of ultimates in the bank for Redacted, so they're going to have to swap. I think they're going to be going towards something more goats-oriented. It is going to be the Zarya and the Brigitte being swapped up, but it's going to be still Dembek on the Orisa. Maybe he just wants to use the bongo before they swap. We'll see. See what they can do. Not a lot to do with the positioning. There's the bongo.
Boom! Damage Bombo comes out. It's the barrier on the Orisa to make sure that they get as much damage as possible. But a hack comes in, and that's not it's half team. So Dembek goes way down very quickly. Frosted finishes off the bongo. And Cybot gets the bongo. The Diva Bomb goes out. This is good times. Friend ahead. Oh! Kuya finds Rack Attack. This push gonna have a little bit of problems now.
Wow, and that actually might go in terms of Redacted. No, Eincrow gonna use the Nano Blade combo, and Eincrow gonna get 3 in the back line there. Almost the 4th, but Beam takes him down. Kudos to him. They're actually gonna hold us a little bit.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-3, but if you count Sombra as a 3-on-3. But so yeah, Dembek finds Cybot. Cybot is gonna kill Kuya out of mech. And wow, Citizens doing a fantastic job pushing this payload. The war of attrition goes in their favor. And the cost, honestly, not that great for them because they have ults, and Redacted does not.
Yep, I actually think this is really good for Citizens. They're able to stack up their ults as well, forcing Dembek onto the Reinhardt, not the Orisa now. They don't have too much ult charges, but just keep in mind of Brooks's ultimate there. The grab is basically free, provided Frosted doesn't eat it. There we go. Default has the EMP, though.
Massive. There it is.
It's going to be big.
Oh, no, but Default kills. Oh, jeez. Holy moly. The EMP works. This is one of those one ult situations. Default makes it happen, and the kills just, they have to spend nothing. Cybot doesn't have to grab his barriers. Frosted can sit comfy. Salieri doesn't care. Point B is taken. It's on the back of an EMP, and we all know it.
That's what happens when you use an EMP and the enemy team doesn't have a Zenyatta or a Lucio ultimate to try and negate it. Frosted's gonna get a pick off onto Dembek, who was short spawned there, and yeah, they're coming into the next fight with a bunch of ultimates. Don't count Redacted out though; they almost have 6 there, and Salieri going to maintain this forward positioning. We're going to be seeing a high ground attack, maybe like a jump down coming. Oh, but Frosted's actually. I'm sorry, Kuya was being scouted by a default.
And gonna argue that Fryu's probably gonna have their nano really quickly. The bomb goes out. Dembeck finds Eincho really quickly. Fryu actually goes down before they can find any more nano boost. And it's a bit of back and forth with the ults coming out. And wow, Citizens is going nuts. Frosted goes crazy. Beam does find Salieri, but it might be just a bit too late as Default unleashes yet another EMP. Gets the D-Mech, and this is looking pretty good for Citizens. Redacted needs to recoup real quick.
Yeah, and these fights have been super quick and quite scrappy, but there's still 3 minutes left in the clock, and they might be able to cap this. They have the nano boost and they have rally for initiation. They have the bomb to try and zone them off the point. There's only a couple of meters left they need to touch. There we go. Nano boost onto the Reinhardt.
Yep, nano boost happens. Oh, the grab comes out, grabs Rack Attack, and Salieri, and as they all come in, but that happens, and they do the good thing. Frosted finds Kuya with the D-Mech from Rack Attack. That's huge. No defense matrix for Redacted, and yes, the kill's now coming in. Fryu goes down. The hammer comes down. Default racking up the kill feed. Einkrö finding their counterpart. It's looking good. This is the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's the end of this push.
The push, because as we all know, boy does Redacted have something to say about that.
Yeah, I hope so. But Citizens have been super dominant with that attack. They've been super scrappy. They're one of those teams that, which I really admire, that as soon as they get their ultimates, they tend to use them, which is the efficient way of playing Overwatch. They don't use too many when they're losing, but they know exactly what to use. When the fight looks sort of lost, so you saw that on the first map where the map looked quite lost, but they actually used the nano blade to like recoup and still stall the point out. It's like they're playing a betting man's game, and when they get low on chips or they lose a bet, they double down, and they manage to always they always manage to build up the same pros that they do the cons, which is really nice. We're gonna pause here, unfortunately.
Super big action right there. However, so like I want to emphasize that. So yeah, Citizens did a fantastic job pushing on Hollywood. Their ultimate economy was super crazy. It seemed like there were certain moments where they honestly were kind of behind, and yet they still managed to push it through. But between both teams, I want to argue that there was not kind of a major mechanical difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there really isn't too much of a mechanical difference. I would say that that Default has been really going crazy at the past couple maps. First the Tracer on Well, and now the Sombra, which has been super efficient. He's playing this very scrappy style of Sombra that is kind of like in the front line of his team. Not really flanking too much, although when he flanks, it's because he can go ahead and get some ult charge when his team really isn't able to, which is really nice. That allows you to get as much ult charge as you can, and then as he's charging up his ultimate, he just chucks his translocator in and ults, and it gets so much value. Almost every single ultimate his EMP has gotten 3, 4, 5, and then 6 people multiple times. It's very admirable to see, and I think Redacted really need to take that seriously, because Default is on a roll here. You need to play heroes that can actually counter the EMP. Play some Zenyatta and hide the Zenyatta. Hide Beam on the Lucio. We need to be thinking about more defensive ultimates coming into this attack.
Yep, and I 100% agree with that, but I also want to state for the record that there's some diva play going on that we, by the way, Twitch MVP, so make sure, like, you pick out your big boys.
Oh, yes.
Vote for them in the team. Because, like, speaking of the divas, like, Frosted, holy moly. So, yeah, Default's been going crazy with the Sombra here. And, yeah, they show up in the kill feed a lot, but there was a time when Frosted, and there's a big time, you go for that point B to point C aggression. And Frosted's defense matrix was there. The diving picks, the peeling picks were there. It's super crazy awesome to see these divas go at it. And honestly, in a situation where diva is honestly kind of nerfed, I'm going to say it. Like, I'm going to say Diva got nerfed hard, but reducing some meters from defense matrix hasn't seemed, in this community at least, in the T3 auction, hasn't reduced D.Va's pick rate. So, like, big option going out to the D.Va players. You're picking a D.Va when it's theoretically off the meta, according to Blizzard, but hashtag screwed that. Y'all are jumping in, and I super like it. So, but this being said, however, it's gonna be Citizens on the defense, and there's no D.Va in sight, and man, is Threepwood looking real embarrassed right now.
No, it's okay. Kuya's on the D.Va. All right. We're gonna be seeing what is kind of like the Clockwork Vendetta composition against Goats, and it's gonna be Rack Attack on the Baptiste, which will prove really useful. Interesting that he isn't using the Mercy, but I think Baptiste works as well.
Yep.
Can amplify a ton of that damage.
Ooh, and Salieri on Cybot on the pulled pork means that there's going to be some sick option, except if... Oh, snaps! Oh, Citizens making a... Redacted making a stand because the kills are big times. But, oh boy, hang on, what's going on here?
Jump down here. Oh no, Max Dementia going down.
Yep, a lot of dancing. Oh, it's a dance. It's a dance. And look, oh, here it is. Redacted almost takes the point, but Default makes a state. Oh, jeez. Wait, what is this? Oh my god, what are you doing? Not even a tick. I'm Crow. What is this comp? Holy trade back and forth, but Dembeck! Ah!
Well, Dembeck's not going to get beaten. He's going to go down. And it looks like Max Dementio is going to try and clean up. They just have a Torbjorn, and their D.Va's coming in. Nope. Wow. Reese is coming back. Their team is coming back. They actually need to push this.
But yeah, because not even a tick has been taken by Redacted. Citizens making a fantastic defense with their trade by trade, but the ultimate, the Molten Core comes out, but Aggro dies, but the Molten Core picks up Max Demencio, but it's a trade back and forth again, because tank on tank. Dembeck finds Salieri, and Reinhardt beats the Orisa, and here's the Chinese Blizzard coming in. Dembeck gets frozen before as they leave, and they die. The Dragons come in, it's still no tick. This is nonsense.
Yeah, it is. It's utter nonsense, and it seems like a lot of these players are having a lot of fun, but that will be a hold for Citizens. And they actually held that off. We have a ton of ultimates coming off from Redacted, so don't count them out just yet. But they have stalled so much time.
Yep.
I think we're going to be starting to see the bomb's going to come in, and then the grav. Here we go. Wall.
Yeah, here we go.
Take down the turret. Bomb, and then a grav. Here we go.
Yep, and the rally has the good stuff. The grav comes in, and just as Siphon predicted, the big kills come in. There it is. Redacted makes it happen. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Kuya leads the way, at least in terms of the kill feed. Brooks and Beam finish it off. It's a team kill. The payload is ready to be escorted by Redacted.
Yeah, and they didn't commit too much, and like I was saying, from Citizens' side, you know, they have the EMP. Well, now they don't because they're on Goats, but they had the EMP on their attack, and there was nothing that could be done about that EMP. Brooks, on the other hand, was on that the Graviton Surge. There's nothing that can be done on the Graviton Surge. Here's the bomb coming through. No value there.
That's a no bueno. And so, like, yeah, I get it. I get the urge to throw the bomb out, but it's not going to happen. But instead, the third shatter comes in that stuns a couple, and yes, the DMAC, the kills come in. Ooh, here it comes. Now it's Redacted's turn, because they've got the ults on their sides. The barriers comes in, and that might not necessarily be necessary. But, as you say, a stalled payload is the best payload if you're defense.
Yep. I think
offense.
Lucio Beam is gonna speed his Reinhardt back, and they're gonna try and contest this next point there.
But they have the ultimates to make it happen.
Yeah, well, Rack Attack on the Zenyatta is gonna need to be super careful with how they use the Transcendence there.
And the rally comes in, and so here they go. Is the damage enough? Yes, it is. Cybot, it goes down very early. Oh, the rally with the Earth Shatter was shattered in action. Kuya again making sure the kill comes through. Fraulia finds it. It looks very good for Redacted right now. Point B is all but a given.
Yeah, and the terrible part was that Rack Attack ended up using the Transcendence a little late, just a little unfortunate, and that means that Brooks is going to get off this Graviton. They have some short spawns here, so Redacted are going to take care of that. 3 minutes on the clock. They have quite a bit of time, and the whole thing is that their next fight is pretty much won, except just you can't count Frosted on that devout. If they get the Gravity, it'll actually be kind of even.
Yep,
But
and
if they don't, that means the map for them, to be honest.
Yep. If Cybot can get those barriers, though, at 83%, that's not impossible. And with this next fight, they've got a bit of the bomb goes in early. It doesn't get anything. Yes, it does. Holy moly! Salieri Frosted finding tanks and Brigitte, who's functionally a tank healer. And wow! All right, so Citizens is gonna put Redacted back on their heels, despite the Earth Shatter, who shatters not but one. So big ol' lost, and wow, so we're looking at a bit of an equalization here.
Yeah, now we've gotten to the point where Rack Attack on the Zenyatta has the Transcendence. Shadow comes in, he blocks it as well. Holy moly.
Yeah, massive shield, the Grav comes in, and the Kuya eats the default Grav! Oh no!
They can still win this though. They just need to slow this fight down a little more. Salier getting low, and he gets one shot by Fryu.
Yo, it's looking very good for Redacted right now. Their time bank is now definitively lower, but holy moly, their dominance is definitely not in question.
Yep. Brooks up to 73% on this Graviton Surge, coming down to what could be the last fight. Can we get a contest from Citizens? They are able to. Shadow comes off from the side, doesn't get too much.
The trans is in, and the kills! Oh, Dembek! Dembek's hammer knows no bounds. Salieri and Einkro both go down. The loss of the Brigitte is nominal because the bomb kills Beam, but it still looks like Redacted is here to stay, and the bomb also goes in as a bit of a stall. It's not going to grab anyone, but its job is done. Ooh, and now Salieri finally switches onto the stall comp.
Transcendence comes through. Gonna be really good for them to stall this out. Rack Attack gonna go immediately down, but they're gonna be able to stall for quite a while here. Shatter getting a couple. That's gonna clean up the whole map. Yep.
Yeah. In terms of Redacted at this point, yes, they finish it with time on the map. Citizens would have loved to take them to 0, but unfortunately Redacted does finish it with time on the map. Fortunate for Redacted, unfortunate for Citizens. So now we're looking at a situation. 111 on one side, 235 on the other side. This is Hollywood at its finest. Both teams have finished the map, which is something we don't actually get to say often in this tournament because Hollywood is quite a difficult situation.
It is, especially these chokes in the last portion of the map. Getting through those can be really difficult, but I think both teams are really well capable of getting through those with the 3-3 compositions. We saw Goats and the transition to both those compositions there. It looks like we'll be seeing Goats from either team, ? Maybe Rack Attack on the Ana. We'll have to see what compositional switch-ups they will do. But yeah, it looks like both teams are just so good at the 3-3 composition, and they're capable of using their ultimates so well. I love matches like this where the teams are so skilled enough to not use everything, like baloney, like baloney players, but like. So I'm loving the level of skill that we get to see from these matches.
Yeah,
both these teams seem so evenly matched, and to be honest, either team can still win here.
Yep. But Redacted going with Rack Attack on the Ana against a Diva. This is going to be a very interesting proposition. Will the anti-nades make it happen, or will the Diva eat them? That's going to be the deciding factor. 60 seconds has been called. It's huge. So there it is. Citizens has the first kill. They're going to follow
push
up
two
with
and a 4-man nade.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get all of them. That is a swift cleanup.
Wham!
And that basically spells the last fight for Redacted here.
Remember what I said about that anti-nade. So Diva didn't catch it. The kills come in. There's roughly 30 seconds left for Redacted. If they're going to take this point, it's got to be huge. They don't have a lot of ults going. They have literally no ults. So there's got to be the picks on their side.
Yeah, well, neither team really has too many ults, but if you're looking at the side of Citizens, they definitely have way better ult charge.
Yep.
Next fight, you you got to take this kind of slow. I think I like this methodical rotation coming from Redacted here, but they're going to meet Citizens really all the way on the point. They got to touch and they got to play this a bit slowly. Wait for Max Dimension to get his block. Oh no.
It was a little bit of a touch, but there we go. The Shatter comes in. The Cellier, he gets powered up though. The bomb goes in and bam! Frosted does find Beam, so that's a huge kill. The Grav also goes in, and Alan Crow does find Brooks. It's looking very good for Citizens right now. The kill feed is utterly dominated by them. And despite any emphasis that Redacted might have made on the point, it looks like they're not even going to be able to get a tick as Citizens cleans it up, clears overtime. We're looking at their offense now.
Yeah, and that was some clean goats coming from Citizens. Rack attack on that Ana was so well coordinated with the way that they were using their nades.
Yeah.
Definite MVP material right there. And as we're talking about MVP, you want to take it away, Threep?
Holla, 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 vote on that Twitch poll right below the stream. You know you'd like it. We like our players. We want you to like them more.
Oh, yes. Vote if you guys want to donate bits to acquire more votes. This is a paid voting session, so you can donate bits and get more votes as well for your next, for your next voting needs. I don't recommend voting for more than one person if you're going to pay bits, but because I've actually seen that. I think someone spent like $10 towards the entire team, and it was like, only one person can win.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no bueno. So, you know what you can win at, though, is notifying and subscribing. So, like, subscribing. So, like, yeah, if you like the content we're dishing out, make sure you tap that little subscribe option, because honestly, like, we do a lot of games, and, like, it's awesome all the time. And with 8 seconds left, we'd love you to make sure you hit every option for the Overwatch tournament, because here it is! Oh, shit! This is huge!
Yep. Semifinals on its way of the fifth brawl here. We got the next tournament coming up, and a lot. You like these teams? You're gonna like the teams that are coming up next month as well, because they're even better. And some of them are in. Some of them are in the next tournament as well. It gets even better from here.
And so here's the offense coming out from Citizens. They must take a third to make this match, and yes, they are going with 3-3. Oh, but hello, it's Redacted, who finds Rack Attack very early in this poke. And yes, I see the Fryu trade. Oh, it's a 100% trade. Holy moly.
Hold on here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Default getting a lot of damage in, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Yeah, this will be a solid defense. No.
All right.
Kuya gonna take that down. Default is so high charge. Watch out.
All right, there it is. Yes. So the walk back, however, from the defense is huge. The offense is going to press they're gonna press their advantage. The Diva bubble goes in. The presence on the point is set, and the defense must answer. So the rally comes out. Of course, it came out quick. And this, Diva, yes, I'm aware you're gonna raise your APM, but that being said, Shatter.
Yeah. Bit of a whiffed one. Grav coming through. Bomb combo, trying to get some damage in. Rack Attack's gonna stack some attacks there.
But Citizens doing that. Citizens, the kill feed was too strong. They do it, so they take the map. Well done, Citizens. So we're looking at Hollywood, Ilios. Citizens have just recently taken Hollywood, but as we're seeing from Dembeck as the play of the game, I'm going to argue that both teams still evenly matched, and this is anyone's game.
Yeah, and we're at a tied series, so really good to see. Great shadow from Dembeck trying to clear off the point, and he's able to cap with that 1 minute and 11 seconds there. And good plays from him. I think that last attack from either side was basically Brooks Zarya versus Default Zarya, and it turned out that Default was just a little bit better. Ended up with the bigger ultimate charge. They were able to survive in that first skirmish, back up, keep that ultimate energy charge, not an ultimate charge, and then go for that grab, and that pretty much ended up sealing the deal for Citizens.
Yeah, Citizens made it happen at the very end there because, of course, when you start on a hybrid map and you have the greater time, you have the advantage of reflecting that initial assault on your position. So, despite the absence of a Bastion, they made it happen, and then they also made the single tick happen. So now we're going into the hero bans matches, map bans for the latter half. So we're going into a 1-to-1. This is cray. Like, nonsense. Like, let's be real for a second here. Redacted, like, they had a good time on Ilios, and then Citizens with Hollywood, they did a really good thing. So both teams, they've clearly emphasized that as a semifinals match should. This is real talk. Like, who's gonna last it, make it to the finals, take on phase 1, maybe get a piece of that prize. However, here it is, an Anubis ban. Oh, Anubis has been banned by Citizens. Ooh.
Makes sense, but
Fair.
they're trying to ban out the 2 CP map, which is kind of funny. I actually think we might be going back to Lijiang here.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be doing Lijiang.
It's funny that that was called out very early. So if Lijiang actually gets played, boy, will I honestly be excited, because there's a lot of different compositions that can go into that. But sorry, before I talk about Lijiang Tower, let's talk about the map that's actually going to be played, because it's Paris, selected.
Ooh.
Oh God, by Dembeck. Holy moly! So what hero ban Seifert could make Paris completely unplayable?
Orisa.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Orisa's like the biggest one. You can ban the Bastion as well, but they don't have to run the Bastion. We keep telling people, you really don't have to. You just run double sniper, you run Ash Hanzo, you run Junk Hanzo, Junk Widow, Widow Hanzo. You can run any of those. It looks like Sombra will be banned. Oh no, Sombra will be saved.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah, so if there's a bunker to be busted, it's Sombra going to be leading the charge at the very least for Citizens.
Yep, and Citizens going to be swapping colors here. Citizens now in the blue, Redacted in the red.
They're
making a little more sense. R and R.
What? They're banning Mercy. Wait, hang on.
Ooh.
I need a hot minute. I don't remember a season, a meta where like Mercy banning was like legit. Oh, snaps.
Well, the whole thing is that they're trying to take the Bastion away, but Bastion is fine with Batiste. You don't really need the Mercy. What they're really banning out is the Mercy Pharah combo, which is really good.
So that's big.
So Redacted ready. We're waiting for Citizens to get ready for the
big RRs coming out from both teams. We're super cray. All right, so we got the Mercy ban. We're making sure that Sombra is back on the field. So when it comes to Paris, so does the Mercy ban? Does the Mercy ban eliminate Pharah entirely, or is there a chance?
There's no chance. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. There's no chance we're gonna be seeing Pharah. The Pharah is like almost completely reliant on that Mercy damage boost and then the pocket. But I think that we're definitely going to be seeing more Hanzo and more snipers because the Mercy's just gone out. You wanna be able to play Hanzo and Widow to take out the Batiste shield and the invulnerability drone, really.
No, I dig it. So like it's a shame. It's a super big shame. But unfortunately, we also have the Bastion to deal with. So the defense is coming out from Citizens, and there's the Bastion. There's the pulled pork, Salieri and Cybot making it with the Orisa Hog. Pulled pork is literally one of my favorite compositions for a reason. But like,
so it's pulled pork versus clamshell there. And like I was saying, Mercy not being playable, Batiste gonna be the recipe for the supports, and it's going to be solo healing on Rack Attack's defensive side, and Beam is going to be playing the Lucio, which I actually like. It will be Kuya on the D.Va, so both teams running the D.Va to try and get that Bastion damage out of there. But I honestly think Redacted have the advantage here. As soon as they're able to get through this choke, it'll be super easy for them. Gonna use the immortality field early though.
So the definition is, can Redacted get through this field early without getting picks? Nay, they cannot. Kuya gets DMAC'd very early because Bastion does the thing, but Brooks finds Bastion. Oh, Max Dimencio finds Enko. This could be huge. Redacted. Holy moly, is this a bunker comp that we haven't seen? But Cybot, they find Brooks. This is crazy. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, no. It fell apart. They just went a little too far, a little too fast, and the Orisa poke actually did it.
That gives
a lot of people underestimate Orisa's damage.
Yep, that gives defense a chance for the Bastion to get back into position. But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, he's almost already there, and the Lucio speed boost just really isn't working too well there. You're going to be seeing how they do on this side. They just want to speed as far as they can in.
The Bastion, the Baptiste ult is there. Oh, Max Dimencio goes down. Default finds his counterpart. Kuya gets demaxed. The defense right now is proving to be too strong. So Redacted is going to have to find a different method of getting through this, but I'm going to functionally describe as a choke because it is way too crumb.
Yeah? You cut out a little bit, 3.
Oh, snaps. Oh, my fans. Every single one of you, all 2 of you, are going to have to miss that gripping analysis. But yeah, so right now, Redacted, they're not in a good position. It's a choke problem right now. How does Redacted
I honestly really want to see Beam swap off of the Lucio. Bongo comes out and default, just going to get the best of Max Dimencio yet again. Has the high ground, has the positional advantage. You're never going to be able to beat that.
Yep.
And Beam has the beat, but Beam hasn't really been doing that much. The Lucio hasn't been as impactful as it should be. Hasn't really been speeding people out. They've been kind of stationary, trying to get their ultimates there, and they do have some ultimates. All of the ultimates, except for the bomb and the shatter there. There we go.
But in terms of bunker busting ults, as the ultimates come out, the bunker is clearly winning. Salieri has beaten the Brooks. Oh wait! Oh no! 3.007 is wrong. The bomb comes in, but boom, and that's not gonna happen. So Redacted in the red, they're making it happen. And wow, they're also all huge. Wait, it's a trade? No, it's a super trade. So like, I don't. No. What's going on anymore? God damn it, Redacted.
Yeah, well, they're certainly making a case for themselves. Eincro and his turret are doing super well here. They're trying to set up a crossfire with the Hog. Cybot's going to get that hook in, and they're just going to be able to clean up with what remnants of that composition they have left. Salieri had swapped to the Doomfist there, and some really good crossfire damage being done from Eincro and from Cybot there.
Yeah, so the choke
now we're coming back. See, this is weird now. Now they're coming back. They're keeping on that clamshell comp. They're waiting out here, but they have no ultimates.
Literally no ultimates.
Yeah. So default actually has the power play here. They're just going to sink back onto point. They're going to wait for them, and then Bastion's going to ultimate out.
Yep, they're just walking. Look at it. Here they go. And honestly, they're actually taking it. I'm sure it's gone. But so yeah, their Result goes, Risa shield goes down. Yeah, this is fantastic for Redacted. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're taking the point. They're making sure that they can at least make something out of this. Yes, they take the turn again. There's a tick. Oh, it's huge. So there it is. Oh, default finds them back, but oh no. Oh, jeez.
Default doing so much work there with that Bastion. And Cybot, Salieri gonna get that pick off. Eincro's gonna take a leap off the edge. Gonna go for a swim, and that'll be a hold.
So it looked like Redacted was doing a fantastic point take there, and then frickin' Citizens, holy moly, the ults they had saved with the Orisa and the Bastion, it just came in. Now, to be fair to Redacted, they can definitively hold this, like they could actually win this map. However,
that's a big if.
Yeah, it's a big if.
And we'll be seeing what compositions they pull out. I'm loving the Bastions and the compositions that really come up from there. You could see the degree of difference in the Baptiste ults. Or I'm sorry, not the Baptiste ults, the Immortality fields. Coming out from Citizens, they've been so clean. Cybot on the Baptiste was making sure that the immortality fields, you can place them in places where the Bastion basically can't kill, but the immortality field has an AoE, so it's so good for them that to be able to maneuver that around and for that field not to be broken by anything. They basically keep that immortality field up for as long as they can. Cool thing from Redacted, though, we will be seeing that double main tank comp that we saw a little while ago, and will be Brooks on that potent Sombra. It'll also be default on the Sombra, and I'm loving this dive composition coming from.
Oh, yeah. The burst damage coming out from fucking Citizens. That's gonna be crazy. So here we go. It's gonna be coming in. Wow, they are making no bones about it. They are diving. Oh, here they go. Oh, Winston. Oh, clever. Salieri throws the dive, but they're not super committed. And so this is a dive now.
There.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
and there it is.
Salieri goes down. That was kind of a mispositioning from Citizens. Their team wasn't really there to back them up. Rakentac was busy healing up everyone else. And it will be Aincro on this Genji. They're just waiting for Nano Blade. They're waiting for Nano EMP Blade just to win the game from there.
This is what we mean by Redacted, rather, being very capable. Oh, looks like there's a sneaky back capper. It's going to be default. Oh, default gets the kill. Oh, this could be the in. But no, Salieri actually goes down, so that's not good for the diving team because your main tank is gone, and yes, there it is. Cybot finds beam. Yep.
They have the power play. They have better spawns, and the Winston is coming out onto the field. Dembek is going to be back for a while, and Aincro trying to stack up that ultimate as fast as he can. They can be patient about this. Coalescence coming through.
Oh,
good
snap.
EMP.
There it is. Oh, the EMP goes in, grabs Kuya Dembek. Maximicio's down. It's big for Citizens. The kills are huge. Main tank dead. Brooks down. The point is pretty much theirs. There's no way that Redacted, unfortunately, can contest with any kind of meaningful nonsense because the bubble is in. Oh, but Primal Rage is out. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Try and get him off the edge. He will be able to bounce back and hacked up. Ooh. Dembek trying to do the best with what he can, but it's just not good enough here.
Yeah,
they're going to be able to take this.
Yeah, there's a Nano Blade on the field. There's a Diva Bomb. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Citizens have taken this particular map, but that only puts us at 2-1, which means this Overwatch map is hella tight.
Yeah. Default with the play of the game there with the Bastion, and I think this was just in turret mode. Yeah, gunning down at the end with the Batiste ultimate. Vide Basuyo, just doing 900 damage per second. Yeah, that's pretty balanced. He was stuck at 12 HP too. He managed to win that duel by like a few bullets.
Could you like imagine like, oh jeez, if you're just a Bastion, like let's say you're stage 1, season 1 Bastion, all of a sudden, thump, you have critical hits, and Baptiste, Blizzard like has done a decent job with balancing. Let's state that for the record.
I mean, it's just kind of silly to see from that one side. We will be going to the ban and pick segments again. Rack Attack from Citizens immediately going to be banning a Junker.
Ooh.
Redacted going to be selecting the next map in this series. They cannot pick a 2CP map, but I believe all of them have been banned anyways. I was just going to say, we're going to go back to Li Zhang, which is what Redacted wanted in the first place.
Yeah, that was inevitable. That was super 100% inevitable. So if you're Redacted right now, Seifit, you must be thinking, this is a guaranteed win for us, right? Because they are so gung-ho about Lijiang Tower. So we know what Lijiang Tower means. It's multiple compositions. How does Redacted counter Citizens' sheer confidence?
I think they just play their own style. I think Citizens are fine on the goats. I think Rack Attack is insane on a player. And I think they have a hidden jack up their sleeve with the May pick. So we'll be seeing that if that goes to Control Center.
Yeah, based on Rack Attack from Citizens saving the Sombra, I think that's pretty much guaranteed. They didn't save the May, so that means for Lijiang Tower, they're not banking on that particular control center victory. They're what diva ban. Hang on, this caster needs to sit down for a second.
I thought you were already sitting down. I am very comfortable sitting down in my chair.
I'm dead. I'm 10. I stood up and then sat down. Like it's massive.
I'm alright solo casting if you're gonna die on me. I'm just kidding.
I would never put that pressure on you, though. God forbid our audience be subjected to the glory of Sifet for 100% of the time. So, but here we are. So it's a diva ban. Wow, holy moly! So Farah Field, is it a Farah festival? On a festival,
maybe we'll see some Hanzo. Maybe we'll see some bunker? Question mark.
Ooh,
maybe
bunker question mark.
Yeah, maybe that's Redacted like wanting to play bunker. We'll see. But it's going to be Redacted on the blue and Citizens on the red. Now they've done another swap with the colors.
And here we go. It's going to be Garden. It's Garden. So this is big Farah. But no diva. So Widowmaker. I'm thinking Widowmaker Farah. It's too juicy. Like the propensity. Sorry. How do you say this? The potential for the sheer kill potential. Like Widowmaker is, you send up a Farah, boom, dead. It's a Widowmaker duel, but our team's willing to engage in that. I don't even know. It's no diva. I don't even know how to deal with this.
It means projectile heroes are going to get a lot more powerful. Mm-hmm. We're going to be seeing a lot more DPS on these maps, I'm sure.
Oh,
because you're not going to get that added safety from that defensive matrix. Yep. And we were talking about the matrix being nerfed. It got nerfed quite a lot. A lot of people don't realize that the meter range was nerfed, and that was pretty bad. But the biggest thing was that the indicator for the defense matrix is actually so much more visible now.
Huge.
That it's actually, instead of outplaying someone with the diva, just trying to eat a grav, it's actually just a misplay if the Zarya gets their grav eaten. It's actually entirely on the Zarya now.
No, it's crazy huge.
We said lack of goats, and it looks like Citizens are just going to be rocking the goats composition. They're going to be rocking with the Farah and the Moira, which will be super interesting. We will be seeing Max Dimentio on this Farah, so super interesting from there. And Dembek goes down to a hack.
Yeah, and I don't blame that at all in the slightest, because look at the results. Default is going absolutely insane. Because the Sombra is huge. Like, they've already built 2/3 of their ultimate. They've also taken the point. So, Citizens making a definitive statement on Lijiang Tower, as honestly was kind of predicted. This clearly seems to be their home turf, so to speak. Brooks actually on a Tracer, by the way. I want to emphasize that because I freaking love Tracer. Tracer play is awesome. But as the 15% goes, Salieri gets the hack, but it doesn't really seem to matter. And the ult's coming out big time. Max Dimencio goes down very quickly despite ulting. And Fryu, despite finding Salieri, it's looking very good for Citizens.
Pulse Bomb coming in doesn't get too much. And nice solid EMP coming out from Kuya, but Default is already going to get the pick off. Beam going to res that up. It still looks like Citizens look fine.
Yeah, Citizens holding this point with Neri so much of it. How do you do?
Oh, wait.
There's a demon bomb, I should say hamster bomb going out, but Default finds Dembek way too quickly for that to matter. Default going absolutely insane. Oh, Default!
Triple.
What are you doing?
It's a triple. Primal coming in, trying to kill some people off the edge. Throws the honor off the edge. Bye, Fryu. It was nice knowing you. We'll see you in 10 seconds.
So there it is. Redacted has their work cut out for them because they literally have only 30-some seconds before they can take this point back. And their comp switch means that aside from an Ana ult, they're not going to have a lot of ults coming online.
Yeah, this might be too late. This might be one of those things. Frosted just presses Q and they're fine. There's no diva. So Frosted just gets this grab for free.
Yep, and the Moira beam was there. It gets the 3K. Brooks just kills himself. I presume in a right-click festival. That's
okay,
a 10 second.
If Beam has played some custom matches, he can actually get to the point very quickly. Here we go.
Beam.
Can they actually touch? No, he gets sent down. It's hacked. It's sent down.
Beam. No.
Oh,
so holy moly. So Citizens has just demonstrated a big thing right now. It's we're here on Lijiang Tower. This is it. It's us. However, this is not the end. Even if Citizens
might be the
wins
end.
this match. Yeah, so if Citizens wins this match, like, this is big times. But
This is game
Redacted.
over.
Yeah, Redacted have a chance, so to speak.
Yeah.
So if Redacted bring out the May, like, the big time, because we've made it to Control Tower. Control Center? This is, yeah, if we went to Night Market, this would be a bit different. But now we're in Control Center, so this might be a big chance for Redacted.
Yep. May Goat's off the side of Redacted here. This is match point, guys, so make sure you get your MVP votes in.
MVP votes!
If you want to add more bits into your donations, you actually apply more votes to your vote. You can pay for your votes. Default trying to get some old charge off. The Centaur Brooks being slept in. This looks very good for Citizens.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote, like, subscribe. If you like this content, make it heard, because we're going crazy here, because Citizens and Rejected are fighting for the tournament right here. There's money involved. Like, this ain't for friends. Like, we're not here having friendly. Oh, snap, Salieri gets caught out, but he's still kept up. Unbelievable. And the same kills. Wow, crazy kills for Citizens. I can't even believe, despite the Maywalls, how that happened.
The Anna nade from Rack Attack has been so consistent lately, and he got another one off onto 3 members. They actually wall off Salieri and Sally. Oh no, that was Kuya. That was Kuya. They're like, let me in!
Let me in!
Yeah. But
I mean, I don't blame
you see the difference in well, actually, there's almost no difference in terms of ult charge. I think that Redacted actually have a really big chance here. They have the May ult as well, which can be disrupted by a D.Va, so this will be good.
Oh, the D.Va goes in, but the Sombra ult was there.
Oh, that is huge, and a huge Anna nade coming out seals the deal. Citizen's gonna win yet another fight. And the whole thing was that Redacted used too much as well.
Yep. We talk a lot about how ultimates win a fight, but another thing we don't often discuss because it's difficult to see on the stream is cooldowns, and a single nade. A single nade makes the difference sometimes, and Rack Attack has been there every time.
Yep. Super valuable with those nades. They've been game changers, and the lack of D.Va means you can really go for it. Here's the rally coming out for Micro. Shatter gets stunned out.
Yep, and there it is. The anti-nade goes in once again, despite the barriers. And so here comes the big Mayo. Yes, there it is. Fire goes down. Oh, but Fire goes down. Wait, no, that wasn't the way I expected them to go. Oh, the shadow.
Wow.
That's crazy. Citizens, you're crazy. You're nonsense. Rack Attack holds onto the ult default, even keeps the EMP. And it's another team kill, despite a major almost capture by Redacted. And with 13 seconds left.
I saw the Blizzard come out, and Frosted was right in the middle of it, and I thought that he was going to go down, but he was pocketed so hard by his team. 95% they have to touch with the Sombra. Grav coming through, off on the huge Anna nade coming through from Redacted. They have a chance to take this back. They definitely look like they are.
I super love Redacted's play right there. What if we anti-naded your big players and then also graved them? I think that's, actually reverse. Grav, anti-nade.
That was kind of their last resort.
Yes, it was huge.
I mean, it seemed like a really last resort. That was super desperate of them. That wasn't really too aggressive. It was something they had to do. Default has the EMP, and I think this is just going to seal the deal for this team. Oh my god, 5-man EMP.
5-man! Oh, so yeah. Delmark went down too quickly, I couldn't even see it. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The big kills coming in for Citizens. The point is going to be taken. It's overtime because by definition, but the counter goes down. Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, attendees of the Overwatch Watchers Brawl, that's Citizens taking it for the finale.
Yeah, so it'll be Citizens versus Phase 1 in the finals, and Salieri doing so much work with these Reinhardt, but you gotta hand it to his supports to peel for him. That amazing 4-man shatter, just absolutely cleaning up there. They didn't use too many resources, they never did, and it was just so well played coming out from Citizens. After that first map, you could see they slapped their head, and they absolutely calmed down from that first map. They didn't take that loss badly at all, and that went the series. They were able to take it all the way back.
Yeah, I super how do I say this? Redacted and Citizens were definitively evenly matched. Citizens made it happen. Like their ults were on point, their timing was on point, their preemptiveness was on point. It's just the way they held, the way they sieged. Lijiang Tower, I think, was the defining map for them. They made it happen. So well done, Citizens. Like again, like you had the recipe. The recipe for Overwatch goodness, and so no one can fault you, and well done.
Yeah, just ultimately really well played coming from Citizens. We're going to be having an interview with Default here from Citizens, who's going to be making it into the finals really quickly.
And hey, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Default from the legendary, as we have decided, Citizens team of Overwatch in the Overwatch Watchers Brawl. Default, representative of Citizens. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Welcome.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, it was it's pretty fun. I fucking love that game.
It's been kind of a breathtaking series. I'm love to see the comeback from you guys. What was going through your mind after that first map?
Contrary to what I guess most people would think, it was more like a big boost of confidence after that loss than fear. I think it's mostly because we figured something out within their composition, and we saw weaknesses that we could penetrate. So we just kind of took that, moved on to the next games, and just destroyed. So, Default, so first of all, I want to emphasize that clearly that was the case, because emphasis on the fact that y'all are going to the finals of the Overwatch Watchers Brawl. But so I want to talk about some action that's happening with the new meta, with some patches that have been released that we have to play by. So Roadhog. So as a person who loves Roadhog, I super love Roadhog. But talk to me. Where's your opinion on Roadhog? What's going on? How he is right now?
Yeah, right now.
I mean, I like him. He's obviously only valuable during bunkers where he can get combos with hooks. I think Tobias played him really well, especially on Oasis. Hog as a character is really fun. The hook usually guarantees you a kill, especially if you have a Zen or Mercy boosting you.
The pulled pork combination is undeniable.
It's literally it's too OP in comp. It's too OP. They gotta nerf it. I don't know what they gotta do. They gotta nerf it, dude.
It's true. They really have to, especially because they've already nerfed D.Va, who almost whole-handedly counters that whole pulled pork composition, that combo.
Ripping pieces.
My next question is: you guys actually won last month's Watchers Brawl tournament, going up against Phase 1. I believe you guys have lost them already.
Oh, I'm so ready for this next match. Yo, Phase 1, if you guys are listening, I'm coming for you guys tomorrow. I don't care. Yes! We're winning that. We're coming for you guys.
I love it. Oh, it's so good.
It's going to be really crazy. Yeah.
Their time's a charm. It's going to be a great game tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Guys, don't forget it. Set it. Don't forget it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It's going to be a doozy, and I think that it's going to get even better come next tournament. We got even better teams coming on, and I believe you guys are there. I hope you guys are there.
I mean, I hope so, because this match was cray, so bueno. Dig it.
Yeah, you guys are there. You guys are there. With a bunch of other good teams. There's so many.
For the brawl, the other brawl?
Brawl. The next brawl.
The All-Star Brawl.
Yeah.
In 4 days.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. So we're gonna see Citizens in the big All-Stars Brawl. But so is another crazy question that I have to ask right now, because we have Default here. We've seen some Overwatch right now. We saw some games. There was a thing. A thing happened. But I want to get to the Groot. The Groot of your player? The Groot. I say Groot because I'm a fan of a certain thing. So we're talking Overwatch. what's your actual favorite hero to play? But like maybe separating tournament play, like not for realsies. Like, what's your favorite hero?
Okay, well I know I answered this question before. I said Doomfist, but that was like for fun. Like
Mhm.
ranked and Doomfist is kind of fun.
Mhm.
I think it would have to be Tracer.
Yes!
I like Tracer so much. I don't know. I
Frick
just love
yes.
her. I love her toolkit.
Tracer's super crazy. Like, come on, that's
Yeah.
nuts.
And then when you hit
Get a
sick
really good
pulse
hold.
bombs, gets
When
me
you
going,
stick
dude.
it, you warp out, but like you're detached. But then the kill feed populates with like 3.
Three
and it's
kills.
like, oh yes! It's like, oh, 10 out of 10.
really-
with
Yeah, yeah.
pulse bomb Again.
I really loved your hold on Well, but
Oh my god.
I really,
I was
to be
so
honest,
stressful. I was like,
I just thought your Sombra was so clean on Hollywood. It was just
Oh,
so
hella.
clean.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working on her a lot recently. I noticed that I had to get good with her. I don't know. I did one VOD review lately, like last week, and I was like, oh no, this has got to change.
Oh no.
So I'm glad you guys appreciate it because I'm trying. So I'm glad it's actually.
Yeah,
working.
no, you're playing this really aggressive style of Sombra where you're going to the back line when your team isn't fighting and you're getting a lot of ult charge, but you're not getting picked off.
Right.
But then you swap back to your team and then you just play frontline until you get your ult and then just toss the EMP in. It's so you make it look so easy, but it's Sombra is one of the toughest heroes to play.
Oh yeah.
I 95, 95. I 95% agree with that statement. So
What's the 5%?
Yeah, right. So default.
What's the hero? What's the 5% hero?
Wait. Oh shit. Probably Tracer. Actually, I'm shit at Tracer. So
Yeah, Tracer tracking is tough. That's
Tracer
one-
tracking is hard.
Oh my! It's the hardest tracking in probably the
especially
entire game.
especially because every hero has their own like head and
Yeah.
neck area,
Oh my
and you
God,
have to aim
right?
in that particular height. Yeah, it's crazy.
And
All
like
right, so-
distance too. It's like you have to
Oh,
like when you're
yes.
close, it's different
Yep.
tracking from like when you're farther. You know, so like you have to
Uh-huh.
get used to
Yeah.
it fast.
And then
Right.
fucking Torb.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
like the
all right,
lowest
so-
hitbox.
And then he overloads and then just one shots
Yeah.
you in the head and then you start crying.
Nice.
I think we can all
Balanced.
agree that Torb is nonsense. But so default, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again to Citizens. It's super awesome to have you here tonight. Thank you so much
Yep.
for interviewing with us.
Thank you so much. Love you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for hosting this stuff.
No problem. I will be watching tomorrow. 3, are you casting tomorrow?
I wish, but unfortunately for myself, not for the brawl, I am not. I'm going to be taking a night off.
Who's casting tomorrow?
I have no idea, but I guarantee all listeners it's going to be friggin' lit as fudge.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, I don't see the casting schedule, but yeah, it will be nice. Before we end, I just want to announce that Max Dementio from Redacted was the MVP by a very large margin. It's like we had some fans there that ended up donating some bits, so that's
Well
going to go
played.
to them. 3,
Well
you want to
played.
take us out?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been the Overwatch Watchers Ball presented by Star Esports. So we are going to take it out. I've been joined by the inevitable, the magnificent, the Syphit. And
That's
I've
me.
been and I have been 3.007.